Oh, yay! We get to spend the next 3 days in the same room as a corpse. I guess we can just avert our eyes and hope that Hinterland didn't add zombies to Tales from the Far territory when we weren't looking. Cross fingers. Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more of The Long Dark in our Against All Challenges meta-series. We are taking on the Nomad Challenge. We're about halfway through. And I have been informed by highly reliable sources that I have made a slight misinterpretation. Not a huge misinterpretation, just a one-item, more spray paint, really, game, really. A one-item misinterpretation of our list of places that we need to go for this challenge. Specifically, I will have to go to Timberwolf Mountain. And that means I will have to go back through, hey, a light shell. Not that I need it, but hey, I'll have to go back through Pleasant Valley. So thankfully, I know the way, and the place where I need to survive in Timberwolf Mountain is not going to require me to summit Timberwolf Mountain in this challenge, which it's just not going to be necessary. But we do have to go back to Timberwolf Mountain, to Pleasant Valley, and then to Timberwolf Mountain, unfortunately. So we will just make do with that particular bit of news. I'm going to try to stomach it as best I can. And let's see what else this lovely place has to offer us. There's another recycled can, not that we really need it. Let me give one, and look, there's another can of paint. All right, there's some pork and beans. Any bullets on top of the shelves? Nope. Sometimes there are. There's a cooking pot there, but we've already got one. Check under the staircase. Nothing. Okay. Upstairs to the dead guy we go. Oh, wait, did we? Did we? Did we? I don't think we did. We didn't. We did.
This will come in handy.
But now we have. All right, there we go. Check there. Anything in the corners? Sometimes I know I already grabbed a line off of the workbench, but sometimes the line that spawns. Yep. See what I'm talking about? That's literally Exhibit A of what I was saying. Sometimes these items just kind of camouflage into the surface of things, and they're really hard to see, even when I'm looking for them and actively discussing said phenomena. So. All right. I don't think we need that storm lantern. The reason we might need it is we would pick up the fuel from it, from harvesting it. I've already done that a few times. And there's some work pants. Debatable whether I need those. Yeah, I'm already wearing combat pants and snow pants. So the work pants are going to be a no-go. So like we've been doing for most of our previous loot locations, in just a moment, I'm going to be probably dropping most of the stuff I've picked up. This is going to happen more and more as we proceed through these zones, because we're just in a very loot-rich environment. And loving it, but also ready for things to be a little bit more intense. Which will happen before long. We're moving through this challenge at a very, I would say, reasonable speed. So let's go ahead and open this drawer. We're going to sort by weight, and we're going to look at each tab of our inventory to see what we can drop. I'm going to drop well, I'll keep the newsprint roll because that's potential tinder. There's an argument for not needing 12 bandages. I'm going to drop 8 of them. So now we got 4. There's an argument for not needing quite so many painkillers, as I've already addressed. All right, let's go ahead and put those work pants up. I'm not going to worry about harvesting this stuff. It's just not necessary. Perhaps when we get to the next zone, if I feel like I'm running low on any materials for any reason, then I'll harvest. But for now, I've got more than enough stuff. So let's see. I guess we can afford... I'm remembering a particular comment that I read just a few days ago about leaving airplane food on the ground in Pleasant Valley, but keeping the dog food. Welcome to the Long Dark, everybody. I'm your host, Hadrian. Hope you like dog food. Because let me tell you, I love it around here, apparently. Let's see. I don't need this many sodas, but at the same time, I'm probably going to go through a fair number of these, so I'm not going to worry about dropping too much more of my food. Drop the spray paint, because who needs it? Who needs it? Who needs it? I'm just going to ask. Who in their right mind needs spray paint? Who? That's my question. I understand that I'll use it later in a challenge. There's a challenge that's going to require me to use spray paint, and I will do my best to just grin and bear it. But for now, I'm going to happily avoid it. Like, really happily avoid it. All right, so let's see. I'll go ahead and... am I out of water completely? No. Oh, yeah, I almost am. Wow, okay. Well, before I do anything then, let's go ahead and get some water. I'd rather do this now than later. What have I got for fuel? I've only got the book. There is some wood downstairs, I believe, so let's go ahead and grab some of that. I think there's some reclaimed wood that I didn't pick up, and there's some chairs that I can break apart for various supplies, so let's go ahead and get this. I don't need a very long fire, maybe if I want to get a full... oh, nice. Not just any grape soda. Stacy's grape soda. Chair. That's 1 hour. That's 4 pieces of reclaimed wood right there, which should completely fuel my fire. By the way, before I started my recording session today, I did check my challenges progress, and we're already, just in this challenge, like putting a big dent in, sorry, not my challenges progress, my feats progress, because remember at the beginning of the series, I pointed out that I actually have no challenge progress, because I have played so much in custom difficulties since the launch of Wintermute. Well, just in the first part of this, that, like, I've made a ton of progress towards certain feats, so I think we're going to start seeing feats get unlocked throughout this series, and that'll be a fun little side bonus for me and for you, but mainly for me as we play through. All right. I'm going to use one of the accelerants. I've been like an absolute blasphemer with how much I'm using accelerant this series, but we just have so much of it. It's like, why the heck not, you know? I'm just going to use it. I'll find more. I know that sounds very cavalier, but have you been watching the series? It's giving me everything. Literally everything. So I'm not going to worry about it too much. I will use accelerant if I want to use accelerant, damn it. Actually, not a single person has raised that complaint in the comments, to the Legion's credit. No one has pointed that out. Like, I don't think anyone blames me. Now that I've said that, one person's going to be like, I'm going to go blame him in the comments. I'm kidding. Kind of. All right, so that's enough of that for now. 24 minutes left on that fire. Do I have a torch on me? No, I don't. Take torch. Extinguish torch. Contain another torch? I can. Perfect. Extinguish torch. All right, so that added a little bit of weight. About a pound's worth, but let's now take a look at our situation. Yep, we can go ahead and sleep for 6 hours. It will be very, very dark when we wake up, and I'll have to pass some time, but that's okay. Weather sounds lovely. Okay, so let's go ahead and drink some of these sodas. Okay, that's better. And now we will pass time for the maximum amount of time. Not your first rodeo, you know what I'm doing here. We're going to finish up our survival run here, and then we're going to go to the Trapper's Homestead, which is just a little bit down the rail line that we were walking along. Actually, we didn't walk along the rail line, we crossed the rail line. So we'll go further down that way, and then kind of hang a right and, you know, go through some trees and over some hills, and we'll be at Trapper's Homestead. But thankfully, even with having to return to Pleasant Valley, I think that gives us an appropriate kind of ending point for the series. So I'm not even particularly worried about having to go back. It's kind of funny and annoying, having been so excited about leaving and never coming back. But let's face it, we can't escape Pleasant Valley. It follows us like a curse. So we're just going to have to live that dream, for better or for worse. Okay, so now we will sleep for about 8 hours. Thank God cabin fever is not a thing. Can we just acknowledge that? Because this challenge would be hell if it was. I don't think this challenge is really practical with cabin fever being active, but... Alright, we are plowing through our excess weight quite nicely. Okay, so let's now go ahead. Yeah, I filled up my thirst meter. All right, let's pass time for another 12 hours. And then we should be close to the day and a half mark, I would think. Maybe day and 3/4, day and 2/3. Somewhere in that general area. We'll check as soon as we're done here. Day and 2/3. So now, let's see. Yeah, I definitely need to drink some additional water, or rather sodas. We're gonna leave the water because that's a little bit of a renewable resource. But these sodas are £1 for every 2 that I'm carrying, and I'm carrying a lot of them. So I want to try and chew through those. Not literally chew. You shouldn't chew soda cans. I'm not advocating that, but you know what I mean. Hang on, I can probably drink one more. I try not to waste any kind of drink by, like, let's say your thirst meter is almost full. It's like a few pixels off from being full, and you have a drink, most of which they also have caloric value in addition to refilling the thirst meter. So what I try not to do is to drink something right when I'm like almost completely full on thirst and maybe just need the calories, because then you're losing out on some of the benefit of that. So it's better usually to just drink water, because you'll drink as much water as you need. But in the case of a soda, as long as your calorie meter has enough room, then you will finish drinking it, but you won't get the benefit of having, given yourself that extra hydration. So let's sleep for another, it's going to be about 7 hours. And then this last little rest window should be it. How are we doing? Yeah, we're at the 2-day mark rather than the 2.5. So just kidding, we have a little bit more to do. Let me drink this, not just any grape soda. Okay. I guess I'll drink a little bit of the water here. Oh no, just kidding. Oh no, I don't know why I thought I still had more to drink, but I'm good. So now we will just pass time for 12 hours, which will leave almost exactly 12 hours after that. So we can just do a little combination of passing time and sleeping, and we will be ready to leave the dead guy that's totally not a zombie to our left behind us. I don't even think we checked the corpse, did we? We were just like, nope, don't see you. We're not looking at you. You're not here. We're not here. You're not here. Nobody's here. Everything's fine. Nobody here but us dust specks as we play cards in the middle of the night. Man. See, with this music playing, you would think the game's going, oh, maybe we did add zombies when you weren't looking. I mean, you know how sometimes this game just messes with you and just makes you feel like it's listening to you? That was just one of those times. Well, it's just one of those times. All right, I'm keeping some of these sodas on me. I'm down to my last few. And now let's sleep for 8 hours. That should leave us about 4. About 4. So how are we looking? 2.8. Yep. So now if I'm not even going to worry about drinking anything. Let's just pass time for 4 hours. And as soon as I see that pop up, I will hit escape. And that's the beautiful thing about passing time. It's not like sleep. You can hit escape anytime you want and just emerge from it. So this should check us off. Or not? Are you kidding me? All right, 1 more hour. Actually, we can sleep, so let's do that. Regain a little bit of energy. There's no way it's more than 1 more hour. There's just no way. There we go. Camp office. Check. Done. Let us GTFO. I did not check the dead person. Dead person had nothing on him. Sad day. Okay, so am I leaving anything of note? Nope. Is there anything I can drop? God, I've got so much food. I'm mostly in good shape with what I'm carrying. How's the condition of my clothes? No, I'm not going to worry about it. Let's go. Let's go. If we'd gotten the moose hide satchel, I would have to worry about it even less. But the amount of encumbrance that I currently have is nothing to sweat. So it's early to mid-afternoon. Looks like the weather is pretty reasonable at the moment. I mean, let's face it, aside from Pleasant Valley, because Pleasant Valley is going to Pleasant Valley, the weather's been reasonable this whole time. Excusing that hellhole of a zone, which that's a lie, because we'll never excuse Pleasant Valley, but you know what I mean. Putting that aside, the weather is manageable in this challenge. It will not be in later challenges at all, especially whiteout. That's going to be somewhat more anxiety-inducing for me, which I'm weirdly looking forward to already. Can I say that? Yeah, I'm going to say that. I'm looking forward to it. Mainly because I haven't done the whiteout challenge since my original whiteout series from, like, what? 2016 or... Yeah, it would have been 2016. Oh my god. Oh my god. Maybe late 2015, but I don't know if the whiteout challenge was in the game in late 2015. Oh, there's a wolf. And he's kind of on this side of the track. Hello? I know I saw you, and now I can hear you, but are you... Does this wolf have a cloaking device? What the... Or was I looking at that rock thinking it was a wolf? No, there was a wolf. No, I trust my eyes. There was a wolf. But it managed to duck down... Oh, I'm questioning everything now. Where did that wolf go? It must have gone back behind that rock, if there is one. Either that or I genuinely saw that rock and thought it was a wolf. Wow. Although I also heard a howl from that direction a moment ago, so I'm inclined to think I was correct. I just, for whatever reason, now cannot see the wolf. Less likely, but still possible, is that it despawned. We've been talking in the comments about when exactly wildlife despawns. Usually it's going to be right before a blizzard starts, and I have never known the long dark to despawn animals in more calm weather. But, you know, not going to rule it out.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
There you are. I knew I saw one. It's going crazy. Don't make me murder you. I'll do it. I'll do it. I won't like it. No one will like it. It's not necessary. But I'll do it. All right, I'm walking. Hopefully he'll leave me alone. Jeez. Really? Really, Wolf? What? He wasn't even growling. He was just howling. God. It was loud. It's so unnecessary. Well, my no more Hadrian shakes theory just went out the fucking window. Oh my God. Although that was a pretty minor Hadrian shake. For those of you who don't know the legend of the Hadrian shake, typically it's a phenomenon that occurs early in my series when I am starting off like a high intensity survival run and I hear a wolf unexpectedly or hear a bear. Anything startles me unexpectedly that represents a potential threat to not only my character's life, but to the longevity of the new series that I've just started on YouTube. It causes a very strong like anxiety spike that's very unique to when I'm recording. It doesn't happen in solo play. Some of you are probably not believing me when I say that, but it's true. I don't jump like that when I'm not recording for YouTube. I think what just happened is more of a minor just startle, but the Hadrian shakes are like a full-on, like, you see my mouse do this, like, because I freak the hell out when it happens. So we'll see. My theory is still that they're not going to be as bad as they were in years past, but I could be completely wrong. But that was a minor teaser of the Hadrian shake, so I hope you enjoyed. So I could kind of pop over this hill real quick and say hi to Max. I don't feel like I need to do that. We'll see Max again in plenty of future series. I'm just focusing on moving forward and getting to the Trapper's Homestead. I'm really hoping, as I mentioned last episode, I'm really hoping I'm about to see a moose. It's possible, but not guaranteed. I don't see any bark shaved off the trees, so that is kind of countering the possibility that there's a moose. Oh, moose. Moose, 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 moose. Okay, this challenge just got better. Hang on. Let's line this shot up. This should be relatively straightforward, but let me not eat my words horribly. Got him. Oh, he's still up. Took 2 bullets and he's still up. That's a stalwart moose. Now we gotta chase him. Worth it, though. What are you doing? Three bullets. 3. Unless I wasn't looking closely enough at the screen, I'm fairly certain that was 3 hits just now. I'm almost doubting it because I've never seen a moose tank this many hits. Maybe I have. Maybe it's just been a long time. Hello? I'm pretty sure that was this. That's the sound of the moose dying. He's to my left. Alright, let's actually do our job, by the way. I've left some rifle casings on the ground. Well, that's a change of pace. Okay. Now, I know that's a lot of meat, and in a game where we really, really needed the meat, I would grab it and cook it. I mean, I suppose we're close enough to the trapper's cabin. I can grab some of it. So hang on. Let's do this properly. Well, this is good news. I'm still going to... What I'm going to do with this hide is I'm going to cure it a little bit at a time at my various stops. So I'm not going to wait here for the moose hide to finish curing. It's going to take too long. All right, so let's get the hide, and yeah, I can get a decent amount of meat. Let's just do 4 steaks. It'll take about an hour. Weather seems decent.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
All right, we're giving off a fair amount of stench, so it's possible that we might not make it all the way back to Trappers before a wolf comes to say hello. Especially because we have this hilly terrain, so they can kind of sneak up on me from a couple of different directions. I might have mentioned this earlier in the series, but the way that wolf behavior tends to work, unless there's been a minor change in the time that I haven't actively been playing the Long Dark as much, the way that wolf behavior tends to work is that they will kind of growl and come after you if they see you. If you're carrying something that smells delicious, however, they will actually be a little bit more stalker-like. When they are within approach range, they will growl and bark, and you'll know they're there. They've even added pursuit music to the game, which I love so much, but they've added pursuit music that kind of, it's a kind of a tension track that plays in the background that lets you know that there's a wolf or a bear on you. And so that will start when the wolf is close. But before that point, they'll approach you very quietly in the same way that you'll see them sometimes hunting a rabbit when they've spotted a rabbit and they're sneaking up on it. So there's a kind of a hunting or stalking mode that the wolves can enter. So that was a very lucky find. It's going to take a while to cure, but once it's done curing, that will enable me to get around a little bit more easily going forward. Looks like we didn't attract any unwanted attention, which is nice. We have now arrived at the trapper's cabin. So first things first, let's go ahead and drop that hide on the ground. Cup of coffee, nice. I'm not going to use that cooking pot, so I'm just going to pop this one down on the stove. I'm going to pop another one down too. There's some cedar firewood, so we've actually got a couple of logs on us now that we can use. We can do better tinder-wise, can't we? Or did I drop the newspaper? I guess I did. Let's see if there's some more newspaper around here somewhere. There probably is. There's a firearm cleaning kit. Revolver! Nice! We'll spend more time looking around in just a moment. So that actually... I'm glad I found the revolver, but at the same time, I'm already carrying a lot of stuff. So I'm kind of not glad I found the revolver. You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna
You know what I mean?
carry this load for much longer.
Oh, there's a tinder plug. We're good. All right. I knew I'd find one. So, tinder plug. Yeah, we'll use this book. We've been carrying that for a while. Not going to use accelerant. Can't be too much of a blasphemer.
Come on, little fire.
You can do it. 90% start chance. Don't fail me now. There we go. And let me go ahead and add some firewood to the fire. Let's get some moose meat cooking. All right, and on that note, while that meat sizzles away, we are approaching the 30-minute mark for this episode, so I'm going to go ahead and stop this one here. In the next one, we are going to finish cooking up this moose meat. We are going to sleep through our time in the trapper's cabin, while also taking a look around to see what other loot this place might have for us. Do a little bit of inventory management as usual while the hide cures, and then we will be ready to roll to our next destination zone after we've finished this, because this is our very last stop in Mystery Lake, the trapper's cabin. will be it. And then we have to go to the Quonset garage, the abandoned lookout. Trying to think of where the I think I recalled this in a previous episode, but I'm not recalling it right now. But most of this will be in Desolation Point, or Coastal Highway. In this case, the abandoned lookout is, I remember now, that's the one in Coastal Highway. Mountaineer's Hut is the one in Timberwolf Mountain. So we have some locations in Desolation Point, some locations in Coastal Highway, which we'll go to next, and then we will return to our favorite zone, Pleasant Valley, yay, which thankfully has a location in Pleasant Valley. So that will be our destination order, our sequence of destinations, rather. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes are coming out every day at 1 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.